Yo, what's up guys, I'm back with another banger video. In this one, we're going to make a sick future house banger like Brooks, inspired by his I'm Good remix and Someday. So, let's dive in. Let's start with the intro. I added this beautiful guitar from MHA's Guitar Volume 2, the Gold Pack. This guitar loop is so nostalgic, to be honest. To complement the beautiful guitar, we gotta add some beautiful ambience, and you know where to find that. Our Samir Atmos Pack Volume 2. Link is in the description. To give our intro more depth, I added a sick grease bass for the low end. So this one is for my sound bank, CRM Sound Bank Volume 2, Bass Reese 1, and for the effects, nothing. Now, to add more here candy, the best way is vocal ad-libs. So I found this vocal on Splice.
I wanna play you on repeat like my favorite song.
I chopped the vocal like this.
I wanna play you on repeat like my favorite song. I wanna play you on repeat. I know all the words.
Yo, Anas, this does not sound like ear candy. No, Sherlock, we are not leaving it like this. We will add sick effects to make it sound like this. Pretty dope. For the effects, first I added a vocal synth for texture. Then format shifting using Little Alto Boy. You can also use stretch promo. Then EQ, cutting the low end and high ends for a radio-ish sound. And turn off reverb using Raum. Then after that, I'm adding ping pong delay, then OTT to glue it all together, and finally Suit 2 to clean it. And I also added this guitar loop. Now our intro sounds like this. This sounds so sick. Alright, now we transition to the verse or break, whatever you call it. I don't believe in this matrix. One important thing for transition is reverse swells or reverse one shot. I created this reverse vocal shot. To create this, select a small vocal part, usually the start, like this one. Then add a big long reverb on the master. For this type of reverse one shot, Valhalla Room is the best. Now open Edison, hit record, play the vocal shot. And cut the silence with this knob, hit Alt plus left arrow to reverse it and drag and drop it. Now you have a sick reverse one shot.
I wanna play you on repeat like my favorite song.
So on this reverse one shot, I'm again adding Valhalla Room. So it sounds smooth. Now on the vocals, I'm again adding Little Alto Boy, but this time I'm increasing the format. So it sounds like this.
I wanna play you on repeat.
Feels like pitched up. Then I'm adding this compressor, don't know why. So yeah, that's it for the vocal processing, and then reverb and delay. I've already talked about this in previous video. Now in the verse, everything's the same, but I added more elements to make it grand. Tremolo ambience and an art from Atmospheric Sample Pack Volume 2. More guitar loops and a sick chord. Layers, first I'm using chord illusion, then chord chill 1. For the effects, just EQ to cut the low end. That's it. Now a tonal ambient shot playing a sick melody. So without effect, it sounds like this. And the magic comes from Valhalla Room. Now I reduce the drop melody with big reverb, foreshadowing what's coming next. For the effects, I'm adding vintage verb and this EQ to cut the high end and low end, and a simple top loop for groove. Then we transition straight to the build up. I added sick build up drums, effects, and a riser to build tension. Everything's the same, I just added drop lead with a big reverb and a low pass filter. Now I looped this vocal part,
My favorite song.
added chorus and RC20 for extra reverb. And I also added a cool vocal fill. And for the effects, little alto boy, and I'm also automating the formant throughout the track, like throughout the drop. Then I'm adding Fruity Wave Shaper for distortion, then some OTT, then KHS chorus to make it wide, then Fruity Delay and Valhalla Room for automation, and at last a clipper to cut the peaks. Then I duplicated it and made it one octave down for the low end grit. Without it, it sounds like this. And with it, it sounds fuller and bigger. Now the drop, which you all have been waiting for. Let's start with the drop drums. First, a punchy kick. Then claps. Then drop fills and rides for groove. In the second part of the drop, I added more top loops. Pretty cool. Now for the processing, on the kick I'm adding shaper box, inverse sidechain method, then this EQ to boost the bass, then it started to the drum bus. And on these two claps I'm adding a frequency shifter to make the pitch a bit higher. And on the rights I'm adding this kickstart to make sure it does not interfere with the kick transient. Without it, it sounds like this. With it, then all of them are linked to this drum bus where I'm adding Kashmir Essentials, then a J-clip to cut the peaks. That is for the drums. Now the drop synths. Let's start with the drop leads. So for the A part, these are the layers, lead blame. Then I'm duplicating lead blame, but I'm changing the wavetables. So I'm using lead brooks, which does not originally sound like this. So the main lead is lead blame, where the core sound comes from the envelope with no sustain, making it sound like a pluck, and it automates the cutoff for that opening and closing effect. So on the lead brooks, I made the envelope the same and automated the cutoff with the same filter. Then I added unison, and now it fits perfectly with all the layers and sounds sick. Now the magic comes from Bass Goodizer, a free patches plugin from Clink Sounds. Definitely grab it. So I'm adding erosion, chorus, drive and OTT. Then after that I'm adding saturation, EQ to shape the sound, Valhalla Room for automation, then OTT to glue it all together, then EQ to shape the sound, then decapitator for more distortion, then bunch of EQs to shape the sound. Now the lead goes to this bus where I'm adding a clipper to cut the peaks. That's it. Now another cool thing about this lead is I'm sending it to a delay bus to make it wide, helping cover the stereo spectrum. Listen to the drop without it. And with it, it's subtle but adds wideness to the lead, and I'm controlling the volume so it only plays in the A part. Now the B part leads. Layers. And the effects are same as the lead A part. The only difference is I'm not sending it to the delay bus. Then both the lead are linked to this final bus where I'm adding Valhalla Room and Fruity Filter for build-up automation, and at last a clipper to cut the peaks. That is for the drop leads. Now the drop bass. Layers. So for the effects, on sub bass, I'm just adding EQ to cut the high end. Then on the mid bass, I'm adding distortion through Camel Crusher, then EQ to cut the low end since we have a separate sub bass, and reduce high end for lead space. Then again distortion through Wave Shaper, then OGT, then again EQ to shape the sound. Now I'm adding these bass shots to cover the low end when bass is not playing. Pretty cool. Now the drop chords. For the A part, I added soft chords. These are the layers. Now for the B part, I use aggressive chords. And for the effects, I'm adding Wave Shaper for distortion, then OTT to glue it all together, then EQ to shape the sound, and a Stereo Shaper to make it wide. Now for ear candies, I added vocal chops. Then in the second part of the drop, I added a guitar loop and tremolo ambience. Then I also added this vocal loop to add more variation. So yeah, that's it for the track. Let's check out the final result.
This track was made by Anasami. This track was made by Anasami.
It's my favorite song, to be honest. This track feels so good and nostalgic. Let me know what you think in the comments. All the synths used in this track are from a Serum 2 sound bank, so check it out if you're interested. You can also grab the FLP of this track, Atmospheric Sample Pack Volume 2 for sick ambient sounds, and all project bundle with 10 FLP remakes of your favorite artist at anasamimusic.com. It's the best way to support the channel so I can keep making these videos. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe, and share it with your producer friends. Comment what topic should I cover next, and I will meet you in the next one. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.